Mr. Miller, you've been a naughty boy. Going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Let's Talk Live podcast. This is episode 19. I want to welcome everybody in on this Monday, the day before July 4th, Independence Day. And I thought it would be a very fitting podcast to do before our Independence Day. We have Mr. Joshua Miller. He's been a naughty boy. But yeah, when I saw this come up in my local area, I almost just about pissed my pants. So Senator Joshua Miller out of Rhode Island, representing Cranston, Rhode Island, got some issues, got some problems. You know, it's always those damn gun-toting Trump lovers. But I thought this was funny. I almost pissed myself, like I said, when I saw this come up. Let me pull up this article here. This is great. And we're going to get into the actually body cam footage of the Cranston Police Department. So here we go. From the New York Post, we have Rhode Island State Senator Joshua Miller charged with keying car that displayed Biden sucks bumper sticker. And this is the derangement of these people. They are just so afraid. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Listen, I voted for Trump in 2015. Do I think that he's going to be the best option in 2024? Probably not. The way that I look at it is, I mean, you guys all see what's going on here in the political spectrum. You know, they're going to do every single thing to try to keep this guy out of Washington, you know, try to pin as much crap as they can on him. You know, it's politics, man. You know, this is how this game is played. And if you're not, you know, if you're not one of these people that have been, you know, lifers in the game or is connected, you know, ultimately to all these fucking people that are in Washington that supposedly do all the best things, you know, for us, you know, we the people, you know, it's not. It's all special interest crap. All these people cares about lining their own pockets, and that's my own opinion. They don't work for us. That's my own opinion. So, you know, do I think Trump's going to be the ultimate, you know, savior in 2024? Probably not. You know, let's just say he gets in. They're gonna do everything to get this guy, you know, arrested, put away, you know, all these scandals on him, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, you know, I don't want to make this completely political stream, you know, as I know everybody has their own way that they feel about politics and the way that, you know, they view politics. You know, these people, they're not working for us. I mean, this guy should be ashamed of himself, you know. And then, you know, it's amazing in this body camera footage what he's going to try to blame this all on, and it's just the derangement of these people, you know. It goes for both sides, you know. It goes for both sides. I think there's some good people, you know, on both sides that have some good things that may, you know, help solve some issues here. But I mean, ultimately the day, it's all special interest stuff. But anyway, that's my rant about politics. I'm sure I'll probably get a lot of shit in the comments about it. I don't really care anymore. So let's read on here. So Rhode Island State Senator Joshua Miller charged with keying car that displayed Biden sucks bumper sticker. This was about a week ago, maybe about a week and a half ago. So Rhode Island Democrat senator was arrested after allegedly keying a car that had a Biden sucks bumper sticker affixated to it, according to the authorities. And the funny thing is, when I was out this afternoon, I had to do some errands. I was out running around this afternoon, and I have to stop by one of my local garages because I'm going to get some work done on my car in about a week. And I was talking to the guy at the front desk, and he said, allegedly, this is not really the first incident that this guy has had. Issues with, and apparently he's done stuff like this before, screamed out at people, yelled at people, on the street or whatever. And, it seems like this time, he allegedly got caught. So let's take a look here. State Senator Joshua Miller, 69, was charged in vandalism, malicious injury to property for allegedly scratching a Nissan Pathfinder next to his pickup truck at the shopping center parking lot Thursday night, police said. The Nissan owner and passenger heard a large scratching noise against their car and then saw the mark on their vehicle. When the passenger asked Miller if he was responsible, the Democrat lawmaker flatly denied it, Cranston police said. The victim then saw the car next to his had a re-elect Senator Joshua Miller bumper sticker in the back of the car, prompting him to look up that name. I mean, it's the tack of the bumper stickers, people. It's the bumper sticker wars. I tell you, you can't make this stuff up. It's great. He then looked up Senator Josh Miller on the internet in his cell phone, which returned a photo of him. The police said in a new release. He immediately recognized the subject in the photo as a person he suspected keying his vehicle. And there's a lovely mugshot of Mr. Joshua Miller there, Senator Miller. Authorities were called to the scene, and after a couple of hours, located Miller in a parking lot, walking back to his car. Miller told police officers he believed the passenger who confronted him was one of those gun nuts. It's the damn gun nuts that are doing this. Even if it was someone that was, mocking you or whatever, call the police, walk away. It doesn't give you the right to allegedly key their car in retaliation because you're angry. We have freedom of speech here. We can speak out. Who stalked him at the State House, according to the police body cam footage obtained by Fox News Digital. He additionally said he believed the occupants recognized him as a state senator. I wouldn't even fucking know who this guy is. Do you really think? I mean, if you polled people, let's do this. I'm going to throw a poll up here. All right. I'm going to throw a poll up here. I got to see this. All right. Let's throw a poll up here. Let's see. I should have done this poll. Should have done this poll at the beginning of the stream. Let me get this up. All right, poll at the top. Poll at the top. Who would you recognize more, the President of the United States or your state senator? Vote there at the top. I want to see what you all think, and vote honestly. I want to catch this here. I'm going to tell you right now. I already know the answer. Poll at the top. Yeah, exactly. I can already see it. So he says he denied any involvement in the car keying in his first interview with police, the footage shows. Miller was allowed to leave the scene as officers reviewed surveillance footage from the parking lot that later matched up with the victim's version of the events, the Cranston police said. So they got this guy on video. A photo released of the vandalized vehicle shows a Biden sucks bumper sticker. Oh my God, enraged and it's just so politically charged over this. It's those damn gun-toting Biden sucks people. The bumper sticker on the right upper side of the car. When police officers arrived at Miller's home later that day, he admitted to damaging the car, according to police and the body cam footage of the interaction obtained by Fox News. And you can see the big old scrape there on the car. We'll keep playing on here. The lawmaker then accused the owner of yelling and threatening him, claiming that he dared him to keep the car. This is the most ridiculous fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. Even if there wasn't any political aspect to this, this is the most ridiculous story I've never heard in my entire lifetime. Someone just to randomly come up and key your car. You would have to have an absolute reason to do that. There's no way someone would ever dare you to key their fucking car. Believe me. He says, I felt threatened, Miller said on camera. When the officer asked why he keyed the car, in response, Miller replied, because he was daring me to, basically, the footage shows. Miller, who was elected to the Rhode Island State Senate in 2006, was released on his own recognizances. Nobody is above the law, including those who make them enforce the law. Colonel Michael Winquist said in a statement. Good for you, Colonel. I'm glad that you're sticking by this. There was a crime that was committed in doing this, in the commission of this. And believe me, goes for both sides. This is inexcusable behavior for either side of the aisle out in public to be doing this. I would say this against a conservative, and I would say this against a Democrat. These are constituents that we vote in to make these laws to do the greater good of our communities. And this fucking guy is out doing stuff like this. It's very immature. It's not responsible. And it just shows you, the lack of judgment in these situations. This guy, in my opinion, should resign. He should resign. But the funny thing is, he'll get a pass. He'll get a pass. He'll get a pass. Guarantee it. He'll get a pass. All right, I got another article here that was just a most recent update. And this one came out on, I think this was like a day ago. So Providence, Rhode Island. So group calls for resignation of Senator Miller. This is on July 1st, 2023. We got a little bit of a video here. So let me play the video and see if I can get that to come up. Ad first. If you need some shoes, go check out Yorker Shoes in Johnston, Rhode Island. But we'll get past Yorker. All right, let's see what we got here.
A group of protesters gathered outside Trinity Brew House in Providence to call for a state.
Now, Miller, I believe, owns the Trinity Brew House.
Senator's resignation. They want Senator Joshua Miller to step down after he allegedly keyed another person's car in the Garden City parking lot. We showed you body cam video from that incident last week. Miller initially denied responsibility and then admitted to the damage when police interviewed him at his home.
He received special treatment all throughout this process.
Yeah.
From his home to the police station, from Garden City to the police station, he received special treatment. We, the people, would not have received the same treatment as he received because he's a senator.
Miller represents Cranston and Providence and owns Trinity Brew House. His formal arraignment is later this month.
So it goes on and it says, Providence, Rhode Island, a small group of protesters gathered outside the Trinity Brew House in Providence Saturday to call for state senators' resignation. They want Senator Joshua Miller to step down after he allegedly keyed another person's car and got. I mean, this is so unexcusable. This behavior. It's just the lack of judgment. It's so unexcusable. And that's what I said. No matter it's a Democrat or Republican, if any of this behavior is going on outside in public where you're ruining someone's vehicle because you're pissed off because they had a Biden sucks sticker. And I would expect the same thing if someone had like a Trump sticker and a conservative did that. This behavior is not excusable. So it says the story broke last week along with the body cam footage. We're going to play that footage here in a couple of minutes. It says Miller initially denied responsibility. He admitted to the damage when the police interviewed him in his home. And if this guy was so honest, you know, these are people that we're electing in to make change our laws, to make huge decisions for this country. And this guy lied. He lied at first. Well, allegedly lied. He allegedly lied at first. Miller represents Cranston and Providence and owns the Trinity Brew House. His formal arraignment is later this month. And then there's an update to the article. It says the chief of Cranston Police Department, Colonel Michael Winquist, reached out to NBC 10 to respond to the claims of a protester, Paul Reyna Jr., featured in the story, that Senator Miller received special treatment by the Cranston Police Department. I stand by my original statement that Mr. Miller was treated the same way as any other person suspect of a misdemeanor offense. So the only thing I think that's coming into question here, and you're going to see it at the end of the body cam footage, was that they allowed the senator, he was actually supposed to be cuffed and brought out, but I think the colonel actually allowed him to drive in. Now, listen, I don't know those circumstances if they would let a regular citizen do that as well, you know, as an elected official, and maybe they're calling that as the special treatment. The officers followed the state law, which department policy mirrors what Winquist said. In the investigation, the officers did not have reason to suspect Mr. Miller could not be arrested later. He lives in Cranston at the same address he lived at for many years, or that would cause injury to himself or others or damage property unless he was immediately arrested, said Winquist. Let me just get a sip of water here. Let me just pull this up real quick. Yeah, Kelly says, I'm so sick of special treatment and excusing Ann Arbor's behavior. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's crazy. It's very embarrassing. I agree with Jessica. This is very embarrassing. And like I said, Democrat or Republican, this behavior is not excusable. It's not excusable. It shows a lack of judgment. It shows a complete lack of judgment. He added, if Mr. Miller declined to come down on his own accord, we would have returned to his home and placed him under arrest, obtaining a arrest warrant signed by the judge or justice of the peace. So that's basically there. A little bit of a follow-up here. You can see the signs that they had out there in front of. This is great. Ban all keys. And Miller's been one of the guys that really pushed on the gun ban, the Second Amendment. So I can see a lot of these protesters coming out and protesting against him. But this is great. Ban all keys. That's great. All right, let's get into this body cam footage. It's about 28 minutes long. I thought I'd give you a little bit of content this afternoon. I appreciate everybody jumping in. And we're going to have an Idaho stream tonight. Laura will be back here on the panel. We'll do that at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for now, listen, I'm trying to do some different stuff here, things that I want to do, stories that I want to get into. There's been some local stories in and around my area that I wanted to dive into. So this channel is not going to be all Idaho. It feels good to actually get away from it from now and then as a creator. Actually, it was just looking at my comments today. Tanya over at the Titanium Built, she's YouTube channel. She's actually going to be taking a couple days off. So I praise her in this because this can be very, very overwhelming sometimes. And frankly, I think we're a little bit burnt on Idaho as well too. But all right, let's play through this. If you haven't seen it, and I'll tell you, it's really, really good. All right, let me make myself a little larger. We'll get into
as soon as we were walking back from the Starbucks, I heard him keep a vehicle. So I heard a loud scratching noise, and as I turned the corner, there he was with keys in his hand facing the vehicle. He was blocking my way.
The biggie, and listen, Kelly says, yeah, I'm not for a gun ban, but reform is definitely needed. I completely agree. I completely agree on the reform, but this is the issue. I think, and this is my personal opinion myself, and I'll say this, I'm just getting a mint. These things are bad. I have an addiction to these. I think I've eaten one of these almost every day for about the last 15 years, and that's probably not doing well for my stomach, but super addiction. The thing that's really bad about it, so the thing about the gun ban and reform is, this is my personal opinion on this. I think that if you have any type of mental health issue or issues, or you're under any type of care for mental health issues or issue, you shouldn't be allowed to purchase a firearm. Now, the problem comes into is that with the HIPAA law, you can't look at someone's medical history or medical conditions. So that's where this gets all tied up. This is where it gets all, wanky in the law. I just said wanky. But that's just my personal opinion. I am for the Second Amendment. I will be hopefully soon going through the proper training and proper classes to get my license to have a purchase a firearm. And I'm going to do that the safe way and do it the correct way. So that's the problem, is that just do a mental health check on people, but then it gets into HIPAA. So you're not allowed to do that because it's protected by the law. So, and you notice, I mean, honestly, with all these mass shooters and mass shootings lately, what does this all tie back to? In my personal opinion, when I read these stories, look into the background of these individuals that do this type of activity, it comes down a lot of the times to mental health. It was I think one of the most recent ones was currently under psychiatric care, and unfortunately went out and decided to take a bunch of people's lives. If you have a mental health issue, or you've had a past of mental health issues, my opinion, you shouldn't be able to own a firearm. All right, let's take a look at this. That's my ranty rant. But let's take a look at this web body cam footage. Really good stuff here.
Saying I scratched his car. I didn't scratch his car. I'm a state senator. I think he recognized me. I think he's one of the gun nuts. He called out my name. I never told him my name.
Didn't.
That's definitely him. That's his face, 100%.
All right, and you're sure that you don't recognize him from
This kid's story is so believable that it's not even funny. And in my opinion, the senator there with the story is just, he's trying to whip it all out. Oh, he said something. Oh, we think he's one of these gun, no, all that stuff. Dr. Bob, thank you so much for gifting out a membership. MJC has become a new member. All right, let's keep playing.
Anywhere
I've never seen him in my life. I didn't even know this guy existed.
Yeah, this guy.
What appeared to be keys in the gentleman's hand. And we looked over and saw a long
hole at the
scratch on
top.
his vehicle.
Yeah, it was just fresh. It literally just happened too.
I got little scratches, but that's a new one.
Well, it kind of looked like he tried to extend it
No,
a
that
little
one's
bit.
here.
No,
That was there?
This is the
That
fresh
one.
one right here. Right down here, this one.
Yeah, no, that's
Yes, a new member.
okay.
Apparently, doesn't like my stickers, so.
That's all you need from me.
If you look at
You just
sensitive-
got to write in there if you're wishing to pursue charges for the individual that's
Yep.
responsible.
We're having an officer come down here with the camera to take pictures to document the damage to the. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So can you stick around for a few minutes? They're on
Yeah,
the
we're gonna have to. Yep. How long were you guys here for before you guys showed up? You guys were
Shout out to the Law and Crime Network for this body cam footage. Appreciate it.
here for only about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And the truck wasn't there when you guys pulled in first.
Well, my son's in the truck, so I can't answer his questions. Well, remember when the truck was there when we pulled up?
No, it wasn't. It was some other vehicle. And as soon as we were walking back from the Starbucks, I heard him key the vehicle. Well, I heard a loud scratching noise, and as I turned the corner, there he was with keys in his hand facing the vehicle. So,
Yeah, and the kid's story is so believable. Yeah, Rhode Island is like Massachusetts is worse.
Climb stairs inside a little bit.
Hey, Debbie, how are you?
I just leave the car here. Want me to go home? Good dog.
Kelly says
Okay.
she's oh my god, thank you for getting away from Idaho. I'm so disgusted with the crappy creators. Yeah, we're gonna chill a little bit here, let this kind of settle a little bit until some real, I guess, breaking. There's other things going on that we need to be doing here. Again, I've had some really shitty cable connection lately, so I do apologize. I'm actually going to try to work on that after the stream and get things up and going, so it's a lot better for tonight's stream. So I promise that I'll fix that. But all right, let's keep playing through this.
No, all they're doing is taking pictures. Well, get that drink off there. I gotta go. Stace, just wait here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Stace, where's the bag? I think that should be pretty much it. Oh, I need a signer, right?
Yeah. Hold on, let me just sign this.
Yeah, that's really good. I actually saw that body cam footage the other day. Kelly says, speaking of the law enforcement doing a good job, I watched this morning officer body cam from the Allen, Texas mass shooting in Texas, and that guy was a good hero. That guy was a beast. You can definitely tell that adrenaline was cranking in that guy's body, and you can always tell an amazing law enforcement officer that will run towards danger to save lives. And I commend that gentleman. I did watch that. And then you had, I believe there was a private citizen that helped assist as well. And, calmed him down after that extreme stress that law enforcement officer was involved in. And that dude saved a lot of lives that day. And it's unfortunate to the people that lost their lives in Allen. But he did an amazing job. He did everything textbook. He ran towards danger to save lives, and ended up with, I believe it was assistance of a private citizen, putting that individual down and stopping the threat. So, we commend you here on the Let's Talk Live podcast. Thank you so much for your service. And I hope you get the necessary, mental care that you need to help deal with that situation. So thank you so much. We commend you. It was a good shot. And it was really great that I think it was the private. I don't think it was on the police officer. From what I heard, it was a private citizen that helped assist in that, and then came to him and said, I remember hearing in the video, did we get him? Did you get him? He's like, you got him, bro. We got him. It's okay. And really calm that officer, because he was under extreme stress. Unfortunately, I wish I could play those videos, but I think we would get nailed. But I like body cam footage. I like watching body cam footage. That's probably something that I would like to do here more on the channel. I enjoy watching through them, especially the car chases and stuff. It's just fascinating. Donna G's popping. She said, hey, all, just popping to say hi. Off to the doctor with my son in a few. Happy 4th. Thanks for popping by, Donna. Be on your way out. Smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Let's see. Haven't released his name. The officer's a hero. Absolute hero in that. I totally agree. All right, let's keep playing through this. Basically, what's happening, if you're just popping in right now, they're getting a statement from the victim. This was the gentleman here that got his car keyed, allegedly by Senator Josh Miller. You can see the Biden sucks sticker there on the back. Hey man, it's just reality of the situation. At least he's telling some truth. Thanks, Don. I appreciate you.
How close were you when you heard it?
Oh no, I was literally like right here when I heard the keying of the car. And literally as I turned the corner, he was walking out. He was literally right there next to the scratch.
The story's so believable.
And like I said, his keys were like this in his hand. And then he was like, just kept walking, didn't say nothing. I was like, did you just key my car? Because I was like in shock. Like, you serious? And yeah.
He said no and walked away.
No, and he just kept walking. He didn't even look at us or nothing. So, wait, let me see. Did I just put my? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I put the 4th down. 4th William. All right.
So we just got to take some pictures and stuff like that, okay? And then,
that's fine.
And then you guys can go. We just don't want to leave it like that.
No, I got you.
I was on time today too. I was on time. Here we go.
Just switch out, man. You said he walked off that way?
Yeah, he walked off that way. We tried it. I asked him if he keyed the car. He said no. And he kept walking.
Thanks,
but
Debbie.
I know for a fact he didn't. There's no way he didn't do it.
Definitely coming out.
All right. So he's out and shopping over here somewhere. Okay.
My brother was gonna go looking for him, but I didn't know
No,
what
no,
it was. I didn't
no,
want him to get hurt.
No.
because I didn't
Now,
know
do you
who
have
the
any
guy was.
affiliation with the owner of this truck?
That's
My
my
son.
father.
Your son's son, yeah. Okay. And you were in the truck at the time, or you?
Yeah, that's not going to be a cheap repair because scratch is deep. And if it goes down to the metal, you have to strip that whole panel. And you can't just paint the panel. You have to paint the two panels if you really want. And black is good luck, because that shade is never going to be perfect again. You have to blend the panels. So it's not like painting just that specific panel. You have to blend the other panels. So it is a very expensive job. Yeah, it's probably more than that, to be honest with you, Dr. Bob. It probably is more than that.
You're just walking.
No, I was walking back. I was right here
At least
when
a
I heard the
couple
car
thousand.
getting keyed.
Yep.
Because I heard a loud scratching noise, and like I told this officer, I seen him like right where that scratch is right there.
Yep.
As he was leaving this area with keys in his hand like this.
Okay.
And I asked him if he did it. He said no. Then he kept walking, but there's no way he didn't do it. I know he did.
Yeah, this guy's so believable. Yeah, and it's
Now,
the,
so it's your dad's truck or your husband's
It's on,
truck?
well, it's under my husband's name. It's my truck.
Okay.
They don't like my stickers. They keep telling me to take them off. I'm like, no. I can have my stickers.
you can have her sticker there.
It's your truck. And obviously the Ridgeline wasn't here first.
No.
No, it wasn't. It was a different vehicle at the time.
Yeah.
When I parked, I think it was a white vehicle.
Okay.
So
And you were driving. You were driving, or you were driving?
no, I was driving.
Everybody has the freedom of expression to put anything on their car, that's not, utterly offensive, like, you know what I'm meaning. But listen, even if she had a Trump sucks sticker on there, who cares? That doesn't give you the right to scratch up someone's car. It doesn't give you the right to do that. If you had the Biden sucks or a Trump sucks sticker, I would be the same way if this was a Republican.
I'm on the
It comes down, like I said, to lack of judgment with these people. This guy should resign. If he gets ultimately, convicted of this, he should resign. But he'll get a pass. We know how it goes. He'll get a pass.
All
right.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon.
He was getting her a drink before dance.
So great.
Give her energy.
That was like one of the
Hurry
best.
up, 'cause we got-
I think that was the best troll of all time. If you all don't know what happened was the Let's Go Brandon chant is that whole the F Joe Biden. So they started doing this Let's Go Brandon stuff, but it happened. I believe he was taking calls at the White House, and the guy got on there, and at the end he was like, "Let's go Brandon," and Joe Biden's like, "Let's go Brandon." He's so out of it. This guy, man, he's so out of it. He's so out of it.
Gotta go.
Do you know what he was wearing? Do you remember?
Yeah,
what he was
It looked
wearing?
like he was wearing like a
let's go,
suit jacket
Brandon.
almost. He was
I'll see
shorter.
if I
He
can
got
find it
glasses
at
on.
the end.
He was an older gentleman. I think I'm not saying colorblind. I think it was either a green or like a brown shirt on.
Did you write all that down in the statement you were given?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
can't.
can you make
I
sure
got
we
it.
get all that full description? Yeah, you can just add it right after that. Just say the description of him is, and then whatever.
Yeah.
Describe.
Yeah, we're right on.
Sounds like
your
a
own.
sports jacket.
And how about Penelope?
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about it.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful that you have a 2-year-old.
Well,
Well, have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
and by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
I hope you have a wonderful
Hey,
Christmas.
well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well.
Right
Oh,
here.
thank
Merry
you.
Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
The funny thing is, I don't even think this is just a conservative thing. I think it's the United States thing. I think everybody. This is the best troll ever. I gotta rewind that really quick. I'm gonna play that again.
Well, Merry
Okay.
Christmas and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
He hung up.
Where's your home?
He still thinks he's on the line.
I think we lost him.
And
Okay.
Jill knows. That's the thing. She just puts her head down and she's like, oh, fuck. All right, let's go back to this key in the car. Senator Joshua Miller, you've been a naughty boy. She's just, Jill Biden just puts her head down. She's like, oh, man. She knew. We went, let's go, Brandon. Yeah. Oh, too good.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I want to do all four sides.
I just want to get in relation to where suspect.
All right, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit and get back to conversation because they're just taking photos now.
We'll just move this car forward a little bit.
So they're just going to document what happened. I want to get to when they actually talk to the senator. Let's see here.
All right.
All right. Last question I had. You said that you looked up the bumper sticker, the name of the bumper sticker. You did. Yeah. Because I was curious, and the guy looks like. There you go. He looks exactly like him. What are you waiting for? If I see his face, I'll know it's. Yeah. Okay.
We might use the positively ID to hang out the positively.
Yeah. So you live nearby? Yeah, we live right up the street. Okay, you have all this information because we may have to just put like a photo.
Let me. Do you mind if I get everyone?
Yeah, I saw. Jess Debbie says, "Did you see that video of the roll?" I saw it come up in my my feed. I just haven't watched it yet, but it's definitely something I want to check out today. Yeah, it's weird. Everybody's connections lately, like over the internet, have been super shitty. Mine's been super shitty the last couple of days, and yeah, I hope this is not like something that's going to be planned and our internet goes down. Who knows? What else is out there? All this weird stuff going on. It's the aliens, man. It's the aliens. All right, let's keep playing this.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, mine too.
How you doing, bud?
All right.
I just need you to step out the truck for me, all right?
This is Mr. Miller. You've been a naughty boy.
You mind shutting it off? I'll explain to you when you get out here, okay?
Yeah, he says, what happened?
You want to come right back here for me? Five. I'm at one male detained for right now. All right, listen. I have to detain you for right now. All right, I'm investigating a crime. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If it's a maniac who yelled at me in the car next to me.
They weren't in the car next to you. There was no one in the car.
Yeah.
There was no one in the car.
He was blocking my way, saying I scratched his car. I didn't scratch his car. I'm a state senator. I think he recognized me. I think he's one of the gun nuts.
This guy had a story all lined up. When you're being questioned and you have all this stuff up front, to me, that seems like you might have been involved or guilty or allegedly. If you're trying to push a narrative or a story right up front, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm getting at? And most of the time when it's like that, come to find out you were the one that did it.
He called out my name. I never told him my name.
All right. So, he didn't say any of that.
Yeah.
Okay?
See the officer? He fucking knows. Officer.
He definitely didn't recognize you. I know he didn't say that.
Yeah.
So, all right. His car was keyed. It was freshly keyed.
Yeah.
All right. And that's what we're investigating right now.
Okay.
And seeing, he pretty much heard it and saw you.
Yeah.
And you had keys in your hand as well.
That's because I just came out of my car.
Yeah.
Well,
sure.
That would make sense, but the way that he explained it seemed much a little bit more in depth than that. Okay.
I didn't see that.
All right. He can hear it.
I'll check that out.
Yeah. He can hear the scratching, and he approached you and asked you. You kind of just walked away.
No, because he called out my name.
Yeah, he didn't say he called out your name, but
he called out my name, and I was worried that he was one of the gun nuts who stalked me at the State House, so I kept walking.
Well,
So
yeah,
damn gun
I don't
nut.
think he was that. He seemed a little young, you know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there, okay? Just for right now, just hang out a little bit, all right? I have a supervisor coming out here, okay?
You see the body language there too. The crossed arms, that's a very defensive body language.
I was scared, so I kept walking.
And he keeps talking.
All right.
Yeah. And then I went over to Starbucks, had a drink.
You're going to hear like that aha moment here in a second from this officer. And I was like, he's so right with what he said. And I'll point it out here in a second.
Yeah. He saw me walk in. And then I walked over to Whole Foods to get what I needed to get. And then I came back.
You walked all the way to Whole Foods?
Yeah, because I was afraid to come back to my car and he was still here.
Why didn't you call us?
Bam! There it is. If you were afraid, why didn't you call the police? You're a senator. You're a high-profile person in Rhode Island. If you were afraid to come back to your vehicle, apparently if this person was screaming and yelling at you and you didn't want to go back to your vehicle because you were afraid that they might attack you or it's the gun nut or this or that, why didn't you call the police? That's the perfect point right there in all of this. So you know right now, you know where this is going.
It's a good question. I should have.
No, yeah, no.
5.
You gotta be all.
Hey, William, how you doing? It's Officer Diaz. We spoke earlier. Is there any way I can have you come back to just ID the gentleman that you said keyed the car? Yeah. Are you nearby? Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, that's fine. What would you say he's wearing? All right. No, it's all right. If you're colorblind, it's not gonna. You know, I would definitely need you to see him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where's
So
the grocery
you can't
bag?
make it here in the next few minutes and then head right back out? Yep, we are. We're right in front of the Chipotle.
Shout out to Chipotle.
Okay. You were the one that confronted him, right? All right. Did you when you confronted him, did you recognize him at all? Do you know who he was before you knew who he was? You know what I mean? You didn't.
You didn't know
at all. You didn't recognize him or anything. Never seen him in your life before. Okay.
Yeah, and going back to the police officer too, you know, he said when he was saying, "Oh, you know, I was afraid to come back," blah blah. Then why didn't you call the police? You call the police. The police go over there. They talk to the individual. You know why? Because he wasn't afraid. This is a bullshit story. That's why.
All right, no problem. Okay. All right.
I know exactly where this is.
You guys are on the way?
Half an hour from here.
All right.
I like this guy. I like this guy. He's got the gum going.
Okay. All right, sir. It's what's your last name again, sir? Miller. Mr. Miller, sir. So this is what's going on right now, okay? We have the victim that's gonna come down.
Yeah.
He's just gonna identify that you were the gentleman that he spoke to about keying his car, okay?
Yeah.
There's no charges yet. We're still investigating it, okay? We still have some.
There are cameras.
Yeah.
Almost down each and every row. So obviously we have to do our due diligence to make sure. So we're just gonna detain you for a little longer until he comes down here. He's coming from Providence, so we should be here momentarily.
So Colonel Winquist knows that I was stalked by these guys.
Here we go.
Because I'm the sponsor of assault weapons legislation.
Okay.
They actually patrolled my house.
Do you recognize this gentleman?
I thought he called my name. Right?
Okay.
Because the sticker's on the back of my car. I thought he said, "Hey Miller, you can key my car." Because I was concerned he was one of these guys.
Yep.
Right.
Again, if you were concerned, if it was one of these guys, these gun nuts that you call them, then why didn't you call the police department to come over and check them out or escort you back to your truck? It doesn't make any sense. And these guys know. Cranston police know.
Not
making any sense.
I kept walking.
Right. Okay. No, that's absolutely fine. I have no problem with what you did like after that also.
Yeah.
Just so we can, again, do our due diligence.
Because some of these guys are armed, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm really concerned.
I trust me. I completely understand your concerns. So we obviously have a job to do, which is doing our due diligence.
Yeah.
Just so we can, thoroughly
professionally
investigate. Is it possible just to see your keys so we can rule out possibly if there's any paint transfer on your keys at all?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit.
You have 2 young children in the car from Burrowville PD. The mother of the children has an emergency placement on list.
Thank you, Dr. Bob. Appreciate you.
I'm more the car guy than Leo, so. Yeah.
What's that on?
I gotta be honest with you, this is like one of the most relaxing streams that I've done in a while. It's just nice to get off of Idaho for a day, have you all in here chatting with me, hanging out. Everybody can catch this on the replay. If you're catching this on replay later, hashtag replay. Show me down there in the comments. Give this some love. Smash that like button. And, it's cool just to kind of relax and not be so hyperbolic all the time with everybody in the chat, having their opinions, this and that, and this and that. It gets crazy sometimes. It gets crazy. But we are going to come back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll do an Idaho stream. I know Laura has been kind of fiending to do one. So we're going to do a part 2 to our conspiracy themes. We might probably get into that touch DNA a little bit more because that seems to be the huge topic of conversation. But let's keep playing this out. We got about another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll wrap this one up for the rest of the afternoon. And I'll see you all back here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you can hang out. All right, let's do that. Be right back.
Is they pinging that, or are they just...
You can call Lindquist. He knows that I went through all that.
Okay. No, go. Like I said, we're just going to just kind of stand by until they get here. So just ask you to sit there for a few minutes. That's all. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate your patience, sir. Can you just hang out here for 1 second, sir? All right, the gentleman that you just drove by, was that him?
Definitely him. 100%.
Oh, 100%. So he didn't have the jacket on now? He just had a... Did you see the shirt that he was wearing? I know you're legally colorblind. That's why I was like, I would have you come and look at his face.
Yeah.
So I know you can't see the colors, but as long as you can see the face and you can...
You want me to come out?
No. I'd rather not have you guys...
Come together. I know it's definitely him. I know he wasn't wearing like a blue shirt or like a dark shirt.
It's
kind
so
of been
believable.
tannish, but he must. I think he may have taken off the blazer because I definitely had one on. But that's definitely him. That's his face, 100%.
All right, and you're sure that you don't recognize him from anywhere?
I've never seen him in my life. I didn't even know this guy existed until today, to be completely honest with
Do you follow politics at all in the state or anything like that? You're not into
I don't even know any of the senators, to be honest. I only know the mayor.
You only know the mayor?
Pretty much. I know I'm not a big... so...
All right. No, it's just I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no.
And are you sure that the scratch wasn't there before you
Oh,
parked?
I'm 100% sure that scratch is not there.
Okay.
I know that
Fresh.
scratch
You can
wasn't
see it's
there.
a fresh.
All right.
So-
Just checking and
That's
just
fresh.
trying to see if maybe
Yeah.
maybe it was there, maybe it wasn't.
I understand.
But
Yeah, I
the
understand.
scratch definitely wasn't there. All right. Well, that's all we need to know
All right.
for right now. Okay. We're gonna check out the cameras and stuff because
All right.
this place has really, really good cameras.
All right.
And then after that, if
Yeah.
if we see fit, then we're gonna go from there. All
Ba-dum-bum.
right, and then we'll notify you.
Sounds
guys,
good.
Okay,
Thank you,
guys.
officer.
Absolutely. All right.
All right, so we're gonna let you go at
I'm
this
getting
point.
nervous.
It's still under investigation, like I said. We're waiting to review this video footage. We should have access to that tomorrow. And once we do at that point, our detectives are gonna probably conduct a further investigation into it.
Okay.
And so
You're done,
right now,
bro.
Potentially, you're facing
You busted.
you're being investigated for offending. Okay. So,
You busted.
but like I said, we're not taking action now until we cover all our bases. Okay. So, all right.
You want my phone number?
Take over.
Here, I'll get my
Yeah,
card.
exactly, Dr. Bob. Just
All
come
right.
out and
Cell's on
say you
here.
did
Your
it.
cell's on there as well.
Yeah.
You know, why put yourself continue to put yourself through all this crap when you are a state senator, an elected official that essentially acted in criminal behavior? You know, Dr. Bob says it's so much better just to say, yep, I did it. I lost my mind. I'm sorry. I'll pay for it. I guarantee you, if he would have worked something out with the citizen in this issue, the young man in this issue, he probably could have wrote him a check that day and said, hey, I'm sorry. Get me an estimate. Give me your email. Get me an estimate. Whatever the damage is, I'll pay for it. And who knows? Maybe this wouldn't have made it even into into the newspaper. But you know what? I'm glad that it did get out there. I'm glad that this is out there. I'm glad this story is out there because these individuals, these elected officials, if they're gonna be involved in this type of behavior, then we need to know about it. We need to know about it, and it's inexcusable, and it shows the lack of judgment. It shows the lack of judgment. And in my opinion, this guy should resign. Democrat or conservative, he should resign. Exactly. All right, let's keep playing.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Winkus knows that I have this reaction,
Yeah.
right? Because it's
Yeah.
happened to me.
Winkus knows.
Okay. That's fine. Yep. So we're not taking any action right
Yeah,
now.
there
We have our.
Let him know that
Yes,
it
we
was
will.
me, and
Absolutely.
that was my reaction.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Sir, you have a good rest of your day,
Yeah.
okay?
Appreciate your help.
No
He
problem.
knows he's fucked. Oh boy. So now later on the evening, they go to the senator's house, and there's some very interesting things here that go on too. So let's play this. Exactly.
Senator, how are you?
Good.
Good. You got a minute?
Yeah.
We came to talk to you about an incident tonight that occurred in Garden City.
Yeah.
I love this guy's voice. It's just that old, veteran Rhode Island police voice. It's just I love it. It's cool stuff. And he's very level-headed about it. That's what I love.
So we have a complainant who wants to pursue charges against you.
God. I always love listening to the old veteran Boston cops too. They got that. My accent's deep, but theirs are like super, super deep.
So we've got to do our due diligence. They spoke with you earlier tonight.
Yeah.
We did go back to Garden City. We've got the video of you walking through Garden City, putting your coat over your shoulder, going to Whole Foods, buying your lettuce, putting it in the bag,
I
coming
was
back.
afraid to come back to the car because he said, hey, Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got you everything. So you tell us how you want to handle this. You key this car.
Yeah.
And we can either make a big deal out of this or a little deal. So,
okay. Whatever you recommend.
Well, I want to know what you recommend. I mean, I don't want to be accused of covering up something for a senator.
Sure, neither do I.
So I think it's best that we all be upfront with each other and do the right thing here.
Yeah, I want to because it's before he even got
to this guy,
right?
Yep.
He was saying, "Hey Miller, what are you going to do?" Right?
Yeah. So I'm going to be right upfront with you. He saw your sticker on your truck.
Yeah.
And he ran it, and he saw your picture, and he said, "That's the guy that just keyed my car."
Yeah.
So he was upset, and I don't know. Do you know the guy? Why would you key his car?
I didn't listen. He was threatening
There's a
me
video.
already.
There's a video.
Yeah.
Okay, he was threatening me already.
Yeah. The funny thing is like Dr. Bob was just saying, he's making a bigger mess out of this. If he would have just came out right away, let's say, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Let's say he's at the parking lot. Okay. And they're going to release him and he had the opportunity to admit it there. Maybe he doesn't admit it there, but maybe he goes home and thinks about it and says, I can make this situation a lot better if I just drive myself down to the police station, talk to them, let them know what happened, admit to it. This would, we didn't have to get to all this, the theatrics in it. I probably said that word wrong. You know what I mean? But this is just, it's like, trying to throw smoke, trying to throw shade over this now. Oh, well, he did this and he said that. It still doesn't make it right. It still doesn't make it right. And you're going to find out later in about 2 minutes. He didn't even tell his wife about this because she's like, who's at the door? What is key in the car?
Whatever you want me to do to make it, easiest for you guys and everything.
So we're gonna probably go back and get an arrest warrant, right?
Yeah.
But it's you rather than do that, you can either come to the police station. We can charge you there.
Yeah.
This guy wants to pursue charges. He's upset that his car's all keyed. We were gonna do a search warrant and take your keys and stuff like that, but I think you're gonna cooperate.
Yeah.
Why did you key? Do you know that? Did he threaten you?
He was already threatening me.
But it doesn't make any sense.
All right. So what did he? So do you want to give a statement? What did he threaten? How did he threaten you? Because we can't hear what's said. We can only see.
As soon as I opened my door.
Yep.
He started saying, "Hey Miller, what are you going to do?" Right.
Yep.
He already started on me as soon as I opened my door.
Such a lie, bro.
Right. And then which guy was that? Because there was two guys.
Yeah. I don't know which guy.
All right.
No.
So did he bang your car with the door or something before that, or why would he key?
As soon as I came out of the car.
You just got mad and keyed his car
because he was already screaming at me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Make any sense?
Why don't we do this here? If you want to just come to the, we're not going to go do an arrest warrant for you and roll it out that way. Why don't we just? And it would probably be. It's up to you. You could write a statement saying he threatened. Whatever the case was.
Yeah.
And then, I keyed it out of what? I don't know, anger. Yeah. I don't know what your issue was.
Yelling at me.
Did he threaten you at all, or?
I thought he was threatening based on, just my history.
It still doesn't make it right, dude.
Yeah. What do you mean, like guys like that? Was he the?
I thought he was one of the gun nuts that stalked me before. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you recognize him, or?
No, I thought he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, why don't we do this here? Because it's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
I think the guy just wants his restitution to get his car fixed.
Sure.
I mean, it's keyed pretty bad. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What did you do with your keys, or?
Well, I took my keys out when he started yelling at me.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, you got to. There's a lot. I mean, you could see you're between the cars, and I mean, it's obvious that. I don't know.
He's trying. He's trying to give this guy like 1,000 ways. Just say, bro, you did it. It's okay, bro. You did it. We'll move on from it, But this bullshit of like trying to cover the fucking thing is just stupid.
We'll deal with it at the police station.
That's why I had to.
Well, key someone's car.
Right, but they're gonna. What's the reason to key the car, though? That's the question.
Because he was daring me to.
Okay. All right.
Dude,
all right. So why don't we do this here? You want to just throw a pair of shoes on, come to the station? We'll.
Yeah.
All right. Bang it out real quick and get you out of there. It's up to you. It's a misdemeanor, like I said. It's Cap. Does he need money? You gonna do JP for him or?
Yes.
Yeah.
$50.
Okay. Bring $50, and whoever the just of the piece is on duty will come in. Just get you out of there.
Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Yep.
Senator, have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna come in there with you, so I mean, I gotta follow you in, so you can grab a pair of shoes. Unless there's a pair of shoes like right here, all right, sir?
Yeah.
All right.
I think this guy
gotta come in there with you.
69 years old too. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
You got a pair of shoes somewhere handy right over here.
The guy wants me arrested for keying his car.
What?
See, he didn't even tell his wife. She's like, "What are you doing?" Well, the guy wants me arrested for keying his car. He probably said something like, "Hey, I had an incident down there early today, and the shopping plaza. Probably told his wife about that. Probably, trumped up something and said, "Oh, hey, someone was screaming at me," but he didn't even freaking tell her what happened.
I don't know. There we go. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi.
He'll be back shortly, okay? He's going to get JP'd out. Do you have, Senator, do you have $50 handy? Yeah. All right.
Getting arrested for what?
I'll let your
He says I keyed
husband
his car, so I'm going down to.
He what, his
straighten-
car?
He says I keyed his car, so I'm going down.
He keyed his car?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Scraped his car.
Who said that?
The guy who I parked next to.
Oh. Somebody you parked next to said you keyed your car and you have to go down to the
You
station?
don't even know, man.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Senator, I believe it's got to be cash. I think the justice of the peace accept cash only.
Oh, I got some.
I got some. Let me just make sure I got
His poor wife's got to go through this. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kelly just said it. She don't even know. This poor wife. This guy's a liar.
Yeah, you got $100 right there.
Yeah.
They.
You want me to?
Yeah, just bring all of it just in case. But it's
Guy
$50.
So you have change? Or should I get?
The justice of the peace, they usually carry change as well. Yeah, they usually.
Okay, I got enough.
And he's had a week to come out and make a statement against this. Even, we're in America, everybody gets a second chance. We always forgive people, right? After the most horrible things that they do, all these celebrities, all this other bullshit, right? They come out, "Oh, I cheated on my wife, blah, 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 blah." They come, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I love you." Oh, "Oh, he's the greatest celebrity ever again." This guy has had almost over a week to come out and just say, "Hey, I admit it. I made an awful mistake. I apologize to the person. I'm gonna do some community service or whatever." None of that yet. None of that. He's gonna stick by his story. That it was the gun nuts. It was the gun nuts that drove him to key this guy's car. It's unbelievable.
All right. Anything extra you want to leave behind? Just
I want to get my keys.
Yeah,
keys. The less you bring, the better. But yeah, keys is a good move.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Come on, right on.
I think they're gonna slap the cups on him here. He's like, "What?"
Right here is fine, sir. I'm gonna shut this door for you and your wife, and step right out.
I'll let him, if he wants to give a statement.
All right.
I threatened him or whatever when he got there. Let him give that. Add that to the report, okay?
Okay. There you go, sir. I just gotta put these on you.
What?
Yeah.
Why don't you have him drive in?
Yeah.
You want me to
Drive
drive?
Drive in.
Okay.
Meet us at the station.
Okay.
All right. Do you have your keys?
This guy's gonna take a ride to
Do you have your keys?
No, let him follow us in. That's fine.
If he wants to do that route.
Yeah.
No, actually, fine.
His poor wife. All right. So that's Senator Joshua Miller, who's a naughty boy. Listen, again, I want to make this and make sure that people understand this, because I know in the comments I'm going to get killed because they're going to go, "Oh, you're some conservative, you're some Republican, blah, 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 blah." Listen, I lean conservative. I lean Republican. I voted for Trump in 2015. Again, I said I don't believe that he's going to be the best candidate for 2024, but look what we got in there now. Listen, and the bottom line is this: if there's a Republican or a Democrat, that if they're going to partake in this particular type of behavior, they need to be held responsible. These cases need to be put out there into the public, because come voting time, this is the information you need. And believe me, this guy is going to get a pass. He's going to get a pass all the way. And I guarantee when he goes to re-election, people will fucking vote this guy back in. He covered up allegedly covered up a big story here. Didn't even tell his wife. Had many chances to tell the police department that he was wrong. He had many opportunities to tell the young man's car who he keyed that he was wrong. He didn't want to do that. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So listen, I know we all have our political spectrums here, that all the sides that we stand on. Bottom line is, either side, none of these people, they don't work for us. They don't give a shit about us. All they give a shit about is, things for themselves, lining their pockets. That's the bottom line in all of this big game. We give a bunch of money and it goes right into their pockets, or it gets sent overseas in the forms of billions and billions and billions of dollars. Believe me. And then it goes over there and it gets all filtered back here, back in their pockets. So that's it. That's the end of my political stream, my political rant. I appreciate you all jumping in for this hour on this afternoon here. Let me do this for you guys. I'm going to do this tonight. We'll be back. Laura and I will be back tonight to take on Idaho again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you all can join us over there. Kelly D says, I don't think I'm even independent. She says, I completely agree, Brian. Absolutely. And look, you know, Kelly says, look, she says, I lean Democrat if I have to pick. I am apolitical. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, everybody has their own way. The bottom line is this, and I talked about this yesterday on last night's stream when we talked about Chad Dorman. I kind of went into one of my rants, and I said, you know, the bottom line is this: we take all of our stuff off the table and just looked at each other as human beings, you would be very much surprised that you all have a lot more in common than you think you do. And we throw up all these political tags and all these genders and all this race and all this, that, and this and that and the next thing to try to divide all of us, to try to keep us pitting against each other. And it's all bullshit. The bottom of the line, it's all bullshit. We're all human beings. Okay, we're all here to try to get up every single day and be the best person we can to thy neighbor. You know what I mean? All that other crap that's being spilt out there into the atmosphere right now, it's all bullshit. And they're just all trying to trick you and fool you with all this to keep us all against each other. You know, when we look at someone as a human being, judge them by their character, not by the things that they are, their race, their gender, whatever. Character. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. I don't care. I don't care if you're green, white, yellow, black, purple, whatever. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. If you're a piece of shit and you're a Democrat, Republican, whatever. If you're just a crappy person, you're a crappy person. And that's how we should live our lives. Judge the people by their character. You know, not by the people, you know, what they are, who they are. You know, I think you're getting my point here. But, you know, we'll continue to follow this story, see what happens. Listen, this guy's had many opportunities to come out and apologize now. He hasn't come out and apologized. I think probably in the best interest of himself, the community, his constituents, the people that vote him in. It's probably the best thing to come out if and sure he did do this. And like they said, they got video of it, bro, they got you on video. Just come out and apologize. People will forgive you. You pay the poor kid back, you move on, and don't make a mistake like this again, because it's not going to make you look good. We'll be back again tonight. Yes, I'm on my soapbox. We'll be back tonight. Click the link down there below. Hit your reminder button. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back for Idaho. This was episode 19 of Mr. Senator Joshua Miller being a very naughty boy. And I'll see you all back here tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. If you don't make tonight's show, have a lovely 4th. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye.